Want to get into real estate and make millions of dollars? In this video, I'm going to share with you the 7 skills of a successful real estate investor so you too can break free of the rat race and live an abundant life. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Cody Sperber, the Clever Investor. I am back again, baby, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the top 7 skills of a successful real estate investor. Now, in my opinion, these 7 skills, they are necessary to become successful in this business. And the good news is all 7 are learnable skills. Now, I've been lucky enough to have helped thousands and thousands of students from all over the world, and over the last 8+ years, I've had an absolute blast as an educator, and I've identified key traits, characteristics, and habits that successful investors share. Now, these are in no particular order, and all 7 are necessary to win the game of creative real estate. All right, baby, let's jump right in. Skill number 1 is successful investors think like a transactional engineer. You ever heard that before? Transactional engineer? What does this mean? Now, it means that they understand that each and every deal, it's going to take on a life of its own, and it's really important to have the knowledge and the capabilities to be able to nimbly structure deals where all parties in the transaction feel good about the deal. Every seller has different motivations. Every house tells a different story. There's always multiple different ways you can structure a deal to maximize its profits. And just like a doctor trying to examine a patient, a good real estate investor can identify verbal and physical cues and structure deals by pulling out the right tool from their tool belt at the right time. Now, sometimes it's a wholesale deal that's best. Sometimes it's a rehab that's best. Sometimes it's best to buy and hold a property. Being a transactional engineer, it happens through good education and solid mentoring. It happens through experience and taking action. It happens when you take your knowledge and then you go out there and you actually apply it and put it into action over time, and you create the ability to maneuver around each sentence or situation. All right, be a transactional engineer. Now, the second skill of a successful real estate investor is the ability to source profitable deals. Lead generation and marketing, it's a learned skill that takes stamina and creativity to be able to master. Successful investors love to test and tweak and track their marketing results and understand that it takes this playful creativity and time to get somebody to raise their hand and sell their house to you at a discount from retail. On average, it takes like 13 to 15 touches before the average prospect takes any action whatsoever. And nowadays, it only typically happens when you become omnipresent in their lives. You ever heard that phrase before, omnipresent? That means that they saw you in multiple places using multiple marketing messages, and you were able to layer in your marketing message over multiple places. Many times when I'm farming an area, I'm going to send out direct mail, then I'm going to pick up the phone and dial for dollars, then I might even go out and door knock on their house. I'll run Facebook ads and pay-per-click ads, all to the exact same homeowners. Then I'll do it for months and months and months in a row, knowing that eventually, when they finally get motivated enough to sell, when they finally raise their hand and say, I'm ready to go, they're going to think of this crazy guy that keeps reaching out to them and following up to be able to sell their house to. All right, lead generation is kind of my thing. It's what I'm known for. And if you need help in this department in any way, click the links down below of this description of this video and just, go look at some of my training systems or my courses, apply for mentoring. I love teaching this stuff, and I love showing students how to dominate in this department. All right, moving on. Skill number 3 to being a successful real estate investor is having the ability to build rapport. Rapport, it's power, all right? And it's created when 2 people create a subconscious bond with one another. It happens when you're perceived as an expert in what you do. It happens when the other person feels confident that you have both of their best interests in mind. It happens when you learn to ask the right questions, tell the right stories, dress the right way, talk at the right speed, have the right tonality, learn how to read body language, share commonalities beyond like surface level chit chat. In my experience, investors that get the most deals and make the most money, they master the art of building rapport and creating influence. All right, moving on to the fourth skill, and that's mastering the art of analyzing deals. Successful real estate investors know everything there is to know about their target markets. They study what houses are currently available for sale, what ones have currently sold for. They memorize the average price per square foot of recently sold houses. They know average days on market that it takes to sell a house. They understand how to analyze a deal both from the seller's perspective and the buyer's perspective. Now, we call this doing due diligence, and it's critical to be able to understand how to do this properly so you can avoid getting stuck in a bad deal. Now, imagine like you're buying an older house and your plan is to renovate that house, only to learn soon after you buy it that as soon as you touch the property, you have to upgrade all the electrical because the construction standards have changed in the local area since the house was built. Without knowing these construction standards going in, if your plan was just to do a little bit of work on the house, now you're finding out you got to rip out everything and upgrade everything to current standards, that could be a massively lethal, costly mistake. You can end up losing money on the deal. All right, so you need to know how to analyze the deals properly. Fifth skill all successful real estate investors share is the ability to create funding. Creative real estate investing, it's all about leverage and using OPM, which stands for other people's money. Being able to get creative when negotiating the terms of a deal or by being able to raise private money, getting sellers to carry back the financing for you, or even structuring a wholesale deal where you're just like putting the deal together and you're creating a spread, these are all important skills to master. The goal of creative real estate investing is to be able to put the least amount of your own personal cash into a deal while at the same time maximizing the potential returns that you're going to get back. Now, I've done this my whole career. When I had no money, I focused on the wholesale strategy. As I gained experience and some credibility, my ability to raise private capital or private money, it became a lot easier. So then I also mastered the skill of being a transactional engineer. Pair those two things together, I got better and better at getting, let's say, for instance, the seller to carry back the paper or to do what's called a subject to transaction or a wraparound mortgage with me. All right, these are different creative funding strategies, that different tools in my investing tool belt that over time I mastered. And it allowed me to leverage what little bit of money I did have in the beginning and increase my cash on cash returns. And this is how you build wealth. You increase profits and you move from just being a wholesaler to actually building wealth for yourself. All right, moving on. The sixth skill of a successful real estate investor is to have the ability to systematize, automate, delegate, or delete activities within their investing business. Now, we all get into real estate for different reasons, but a common thread among every investor I talk to is the hope that once we become financially free, we're going to have more time available to spend with the people that we love or doing the things that make us the most happy. Now, it's hard to live life to the fullest when you're trapped in a job. So creating systems, deploying automation, understand the art of delegating, these are all extremely important skills if you want more time freedom in your life. Now, when it comes to this skill, it's all about creating efficiency with your time. Look, you're the most important asset you have to your business. And if you're stuck doing all the busy work or the work that doesn't actually move the needle, then you're going to have a hard time creating more money for yourself and for your business because you're stuck doing like the lame stuff. All right, this is where mastering the art of implementing systems or automation, delegating, or deleting time wasters comes into play. Now, I actually have another video here on time management for real estate investors. I'll go ahead and throw up the link right now. Click that if you haven't watched that video yet. But my first few years, I made good money as a wholesaler, but I never really felt like I was creating freedom for myself. I had a high-paying job, And don't get me wrong, I loved it. I was a deal junkie. It was so much fun. I loved those first few years. But I didn't create more time freedom until I implemented proven systems and automation into my business. And that's why we built the Deal Automator. Now, the link for the Deal Automator to learn more about it is below. But this basically runs my entire real estate investing business in the cloud. So I can run my business from anywhere in the world where there's a Wi-Fi signal, right? And I love that. Being able to run my business on the go, even when I'm vacationing with my family, my business is still making money. All right, so check that out. All right, we made it to the 7th and last skill of a successful real estate investor, and that's the skill of being tough. Now, I'm not talking about physical toughness, all right? I'm talking about mental toughness. This business, it's amazingly profitable. It also has a lot of moving pieces to it, and so many times, people allow their emotions to get in their way of their success. Fear, the opinions of others, self-limiting beliefs, bad habits, things that have happened to us in the past, overwhelm, anxiety, things moving quickly, expectations. These are all things that real estate entrepreneurs have to deal with. Overcoming these mental obstacles, it's vitally important. And it only happens when a person focuses on their personal development, their self-development. So just as important it is to master the technical side of real estate, it's just as important to master the mental side of being an entrepreneur. And the good news is you have me and the entire Clever Investor community to cheer you on. All right? We'll hold you accountable. We'll push you past your fears. I truly believe with all of me that together we are stronger and there are plenty of deals to go around for everybody. All right, what do you think? Is there a skill or a trait that I left out in this video? Leave me a comment down below and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please like this video, share it with some friends. That's all I have for you right now. I am grateful that you're here. I'm out of here for right now. Until next time, I'm Cody Sperber, the Clever Investor, signing off for now. Take care. Comb your hair. Sperber out. Hey, listen, while you're here, right after you subscribe to my channel, go ahead and grab my free book, How to Flip Houses with Little to No Money Down, by clicking the link down below in the description. It's my gift to you, and it's a step-by-step guide on how I got started in real estate and how you can too. Hope it helps.